Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our second swarm in the yard for the year. At least the second one that I've seen. Just got off work a little bit ago. Memorial Day weekend. Absolutely freaking gorgeous out here. 65 degrees, May 23rd. Feels like fall. Phenomenal. Came out here, looked around. Lo and behold, yeah, they're still there. We had a swarm. Oh, I always trip over that. I need to get rid of that root. I don't think it was the swarm in the trap that left, but anything's possible. So let's see if you can see them over my... I had a swarm here last year. Can you see them behind, over my shoulder there, hopefully? Not huge, decent size, probably a virgin swarm. We still got quite a bit of activity at this swarm trap over here, so. And it's a small swarm. I peeked in there the other day and looked. Yeah, decent. I'd say medium small swarm. But yeah, let's go ahead and get a box out here, get a ladder, and let's get them bagged up. Well, as Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. Let's get these bees bagged up. Should be pretty easy. Shake them in there, I would think. How quickly I am running out of room. Out of equipment, boxes. But I'm not complaining. It's a good problem to have. Right? This is a wet towel. I like to put it over the Hive Butler. Do I have 10 frames in here? No, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that'll suffice. Shake them in here, bring them down, and then I'll put this cover and wet towel over them. Got the bee brush here, but that typically makes them bad. Like I said, had a swarm here last year. I'm pretty sure this exact branch. So I know it's tempting, like if this is in your own yard, if it's somewhere obviously obscure, like miles away from your yard, somebody calls you and says, I have a swarm, by all means, if they give you permission, go ahead and cut the branch down. But if it's in your own yard, and especially if it's in a convenient place, this isn't super convenient, but it's not terrible. For the love of God, don't cut the branch off, because that pheromone on that branch clearly lasts for over a year. There's a reason they came to this exact branch, and on that other swarm that I caught, it wasn't the same branch, but it was very close. So clearly the bees can still smell or detect something right there. So do yourself a favor and don't necessarily cut it down, because that's some of your best bivouac lure. What are the chances I spot the queens? 1 to 9? Y'all think they just go onto the frames if I gently lowered it? I doubt it. Instead of shaking. What do you think? I'm taking over-under bets. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I mean, some did. I'm just gonna go ahead and shake them. Just a gentle shake. Nothing big. And they're really clinging on. Some of them are really clinging on, so. All right, let's get this down. See if we got our queen in here. nasty Sallies, don't yell at me for 3 points of contact. What I'll do is I'll carry this back up there, open that honey gate, put this wet towel over, and see if I can get any bees that are flying up here to go into the opening. Be very careful here. Don't miss while climbing the ladder. No joke. Okay. Of course, where's that opening? Not where I am, is it? Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Get most of these bees airborne. See if they find that opening. They may not. I think she's in there. Well, I saw a few go in. Maybe that's a good sign. I think they're going in. I saw a few. Of course we have this stupid cicada bug here. You guys have these things everywhere? You can hear them. I mean, there's billions of them. They're everywhere. I think there's more cicadas than honeybees. Are they going in? I think so. Looks like they're going in. The only downside is that her scent is still on this branch, so you're going to get some of these bees flying here. Although they're starting to nazen off right there. And I see bees going in. That's a good sign. Not too bad. Yeah, they're starting to cluster right here. Keep shaking them off the branch. Try to get them down here. And generally I leave this here 15 minutes or so. Try to get most of these flying bees in. We got quite a few on the initial shakedown there. Again, I would describe it as a small to medium-sized swarm. But hey, they're queen right. Turn into a nice colony next spring. Yeah, this is a good sign. Alright. Leave this up here for a few minutes. Hope it doesn't fall. Yeah, pretty good. I can always take this bee brush and knock them off that branch too. Kent showed me a trick while I was there that he learned from somebody else, which is amazing. If you ever get to say I taught Kent Williams something in beekeeping, that's a feather in your cap. He was using a bee brush and he was brushing bees off like this, and of course it completely pisses them off and they sting everybody, sting everything. I've done it myself. And some lady was standing there and she was like, here, and she had a bunch of tall pieces of grass that she had picked up. She said, here, try this. And he goes, huh? She goes, yeah. She goes, as long as you use something that's natural instead of synthetic, the bees won't care. He's like, no way. So he grabs these long pieces of grass and he starts brushing bees off with it, and they're as calm as can be. And he was completely flabbergasted. Can't explain it, but if you use something natural like grass or straw, I know some people that use turkey feathers or duck feathers, something like that, the bees won't get mad. But use something synthetic like this, and you'll make them mad, which is what I'm about to do. I'm going to test fate. I feel like getting stung a bunch of times on my hands. Not really. You just typically don't like this brush. There's a bee in there right now trying to sting those bristles. As soon as she finds my hand, it's game on. Alright, everybody out of the tree. You got two hands, I could sting the one down there too. Alright. They're mostly off this branch. You'll get some stragglers. They're going in, aren't they? Oh yeah, they're going in. That's a good sign. I'm mainly just making sure I don't see a virgin or a queen up here, and I don't. I only see like maybe 10 worker bees at this point. So I think we did good. Okay. I'm just going to leave this here probably another 10 minutes. I won't bore you with the details. I'll turn the camera off so you don't just have to sit here and watch. But we'll let the rest of these flying bees try to get in, and yeah, we'll go ahead and put them in their new home.